The way we arrange something. I think that's a fantastic answer. Layout is the way we arrange what, guys? What is it the way we arrange? Carolina, Gaida, Farid. Layout is the way we arrange the
Well, the way we show others what we are thinking.
kind of. That would be a very general thing. But in OET, layout would be the way we arrange the date.
Data, the information.
Information, yeah. The way we arrange the, what's this? Guys?
The person who are writing to.
Well, yeah, that's also in it as well. So we've got address, of course, guys. You all know this quite well, I'm sure. We start with the address, and then we have the date above that. Now, here's my first question. Let me ask Belen or Hasina. Can you guys say hello?
Hello.
Does the date have to come first, or can it go below the address?
They can be first or below, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can choose. OET have said date can be here, guys, below the address, or it can be above. Doesn't matter. You can choose. Okay. Address, pretty straightforward. Guys, let me recommend don't bother with commas in your address. You don't need commas. All right. I could teach you how to do the commas in the address, but actually you don't need it. So don't waste time with commas in the address. My strong advice. Okay. Next thing, what is this? How about Helen or Hussein? Below the address, we have the, what do we call this?
To the writer.
Salutation.
Yeah. The official name, Hussein, is the salutation. Okay, or greeting. So, dear Dr. Hussein, something like that. Okay, but it would be your surname. So we call this the salutation. Now, Erzat, do you know what we call this line here, the RE? What's the name of that? Does it have a name, guys? Regarding Miss Helen Martin?
Reference.
I mean, different people say different things. I'm just going to say this is just basically going to be the name, the full name.
We should.
And what else do we put?
Date of birth.
DOB or
Age.
or age. Thank you, Khaled. So, guys, some people call this the RE line or the regarding line. It doesn't matter. You have to put the full name here, and you have to put the DOB or the age, not both. So, for example, Hamdi, could you say hello? Hamdi, or we could try Jasmine again. Wasi, May, could you say hello, please?
Hello.
What has this person done? Has this person done the DOB or the age here?
Age.
Of course, the age. Okay. And guys, this is fine. You can say 81 years old. That's fine for the age. DOB, you're just going to give the, obviously, a date. Okay. One quick question. Is this right? Farid, could you say hello? Carolina, can I say ma'am? This is actually a real letter. Is it correct? Ma'am.
No, it's kind of informal.
Yeah, this is what they would say, the cowboys in America. They would say ma'am. What should we say? What's the correct thing? Dear sir or, guys?
Yeah, doctor.
Madam.
Madam. Dear sir or madam. And that's when you don't know the name, right, guys? You don't know the name, dear sir or madam, or you can say dear doctor, dear nurse, whoever you're writing to. What if I know them, though? What if I can see the name? Helen, what do I do if I have the name?
We need to put their name. They are Dr.
Dear
Smith.
John Smith, right? Exactly, guys. So this is the layout for the top of the letter. Does anyone have any doubts or questions? Put your hand up on Zoom if you have any, maybe something you've always wanted to ask about this, a slight doubt. May, please. Yes.
If we don't know who are we addressing, can we write to whom it may concern?
That's also okay. That does sound formal. Yeah. So to whom it may concern, dear sir or madam, or dear doctor. Okay, those would all
Alan,
be.
sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt, Alan. Yes,
okay.
this is madam or this is ma'am?
That's what we're saying. I think you must have not heard us before. So this is incorrect, ma'am. Okay. Should be madam.
Yes.
So this is a real, this is not a official letter. This is one of my old students. She has such beautiful handwriting. I always use it. Okay, so this is let me take a few more questions, then we'll move on. Jasmine, question, please.
Yeah. Am I writing the surname or the first name?
Yeah, great question. And people often ask this. It doesn't matter, guys. So, for example, for me, you can call me Mr. Alan Wenham. That's my full name. That's okay. You could also say Mr. Wenham. Or even you can say Alan Wenham. Guys, in the RE line here, this one, you don't need to say Mr. or Mrs. You can just say Alan Wenham, because that's very formal to use both names. So you can choose. A lot of flexibility here. Okay. I'm going to take, is it Bahara? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. First is that after this title, Doctor, Mr., Mrs., I've already seen that there is a dot, doctor, dot. You know, it is
Yeah.
common or not. I don't know
Yeah.
which one
No,
is
yeah, absolutely.
correct.
These are very common. Everyone asks the same questions. It's funny that every time
No,
people ask.
because I've entered the class very late, okay?
Yeah,
And
no,
now
it's fine. Yeah.
So I didn't know about other questions and answers. And
No,
the
no.
other one is that the place of date, it can be, I've seen in OET letter that it can be after the address,
Yes,
you
and
know,
that's
not,
absolutely. And I'm afraid I'm not sure if you really heard us before. I already said that. Okay, so it can be above. Now with the dot, I'm going to say this a lot, guys. With layout, the answer is almost always you can do it or not do it. You can do it or not do it. It's a win-win situation. Okay, the answer is if you want to do it, you can do it. Now, also, I should mention this, guys. The RE line, Farouk, is there something about the RE line? Can we move that if we want? Is it possible to put the RE line, Farid? Can I put it here if I want?
Yeah, you can do the same.
Yeah.
Is it
Again,
called reference photo?
yeah, some people call it reference line or something like that. Guys, the reference line can also go above the salutation if you want. So much of layout is kind of optional. Here's something very interesting. Let me ask Carolina, do you think that any of the writing here will be part of your word count? Carolina.
Not really, because it's easy to learn how to start a letter like this, and it's no information choosing here. It's not much of thinking before starting a letter, just copying the information. So it's not really relevant, I think.
It's not. I don't think you're going to lose a lot of marks if you make small mistakes. So don't worry too much. You're right, Carolina. And also, the word count is not including this. Okay, so the word count starts from the main body paragraphs. That's the word count. Okay, so they're not even going to look at how many words you wrote above this. Okay, so this is the layout at the top. We didn't discuss the layout at the bottom. So maybe Dr. Habib, Erzat, could you say hello? If it's okay.
In the space between the space line, how many lines we can?
Let's look at the bottom, okay? So the bottom, I think you're saying space. That's a very good question, sir. But let's start, Farid, with what do I need to write here? Khalid, maybe you can help me. What do I need to write at the bottom?
In the bottom, you're sincerely. Then after that, did doctor, or if you don't know the person, we can say, for example, you're faithfully.
Yeah, wow. Well, that's my question, guys. Here we have dear sir, or this should be madam, right? So what should I write here, Khalid? Just
Faithfully.
Khalid.
Faithfully.
So he's saying faithfully. Is he right, guys?
Sincerely.
Sincerely is, I think, the
Yes. If you know him faithfully, if you don't know him faithfully, if you know him sincerely.
Exactly. So we don't have the name, guys. All right. If you've had some connection where you have the name, like dear Dr. Smith, then you would be writing sincerely. If you're saying to whom it may concern, or dear sir or madam, or like, what's the other one? Dear doctor. I would be putting faithfully here, okay? If we have the name though, we're going to say, we're going to say sincerely, okay? After that, I'll take some questions in a minute, but after that, Khalid, you're saying that we need to put, again, guys,
doctor or whatever it is.
it really doesn't matter, guys. You can put your name, my name, you could put doctor.
And sign.
Guys, they don't care. OET do not care about this. All right, just put something. Your name, doctor, whatever, okay? Will this be part of the word count? Everyone, will this be part of the word count?
No. I think no.
Now, Fareed, you're asking a very good question, sir. Fareed was saying how many spaces? And guys, it should be 2 lines in between. Is that clear for all of you?
1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay.
Again, guys, this is not a big thing. These are very, very small things, but leave 2 lines here. This is what I was taught in school, okay? All right, so this is the layout of the letter. I'm going to take a few more questions, but I really want to stress, guys, I really want to stress this. Do you think an exam like OET is going to give a lot of score for things like layout at the top and the bottom? Do you really think that it's going to make or break your...
No.
They're not counted.
Not really,
It's
right?
not the main thing.
It would have to be really bad to lose something, like maybe you don't write the address or something like that. Then if you don't write the address, that's a problem. But in general, you just have to get it right, okay? Helen, I'll take one question from you and then we're going to move on. Go on, Helen. Yes?
Sorry, in terms of the space, at the first bit in the date and address, we leave 1 space in between, and after your son sincerely, do we leave 1 space or 2 space before our name?
It should be 2, okay?
No, before, after sincerely, your sincerely.
Here, this would be 1 space.
1, okay, thank you.
Okay. And guys, this would all be 1 space, 1 space, 1 space. Also, this is just my prejudice. What does that mean? Prejudice? Anyone?
A preconceived idea.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Carolina. A preconceived idea, or let's just say my opinion, guys. I think the 1 space paragraphing style here is much clearer. Okay, so leave 1 line here. It's much better than doing the other style. Do you guys know the other style where you have what's called an indented line? Don't do that, okay? I strongly advise leave 1 line like this, okay?
Formal structure for these types of classes.
Okay, so here I am with Edwin. Hi, Edwin.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, nice to see you. Okay, so Edwin, you are an OET hero, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, super. So where do you live?